guys still with me? You still good? So I think what makes a great HD Radio Sound Space event is the sound. So the crew that made the sound so good, thank you guys so much. That was awesome. Of course, you need a really good band. We have that. And also, when the audience participates, it just sounds so good. You guys are awesome. And you know what? This band, I mean, any band in the world that is starting or maybe even going now, I think would take this band's career because 7 full-length records, people come see them play, you sing the new stuff, you know the old stuff, and I'm just so happy for these guys and appreciate that they're here today. Here they are, All Time Low. I am great. How are you?
It was so nice.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Well, I mean it. I mean every word. It is so impressive. And I have a real question to start out. Everyone in this room has loved a band and thought, as an outsider looking in, oh, I'm going to grow old with this band. Those guys get along so great. And then, like, 1 year later, they're done. Alex, I'll go to you, then Jack. For your band, what is the reason you're still together and so strong and doing so great?
A lot of counseling. No, we grew up together. I mean, we started this band in high school, and we all had sort of a mutual goal of really just taking this thing as far as it'll go, and for as long as we can possibly do it, as long as people are interested in coming to the shows and singing along and having a good time with us. You know, there's no reason to ever question it or stop. And then beyond that, it's because of the amount of time that we've been together. We're family. You know, these are my brothers. So it's anytime that there's ever any kind of, you know, like disagreement or anything like, you know, the waves that sometimes trip other artists and bands up, we work through it because in my opinion, there's no other alternative. Like breaking up or kicking someone out or something like that, it's not an option. You just work through it.
We've tried. It just hasn't worked.
I think something that's so important about our band is everyone kind of knows each other's role, and everyone's very comfortable with the role in the band. You know, you don't have me trying to become the lead singer, and I tried early on.
He's still trying.
There was almost a revolt, but no one had my back. It was like a mutiny, and I was like, "Come on, guys, I can do this." And everyone's like, "Nah, you can't."
You can't.
I just really want to play bass and be really strong, but I can't. I can't do either.
You just got to move to Hawaii, and then it all
Okay, just all happens. Go.
One of the other many things that I love about this band, and you guys have seen it happen with bands that we all like, your eye of the tiger is never a 10 out of 10. Like, you are constantly working. If you're going to leave the country, you'll go do it. You'll tour, in-store, pictures, go record new music. Where does all this fight come from? Competitiveness, Jack?
Why are you asking me? I'm so nervous.
That's a great question.
I'm sweating, Stryker. I'm sweating. I do think that we started our band on the Warped Tour, and we kind of learned. Have you heard of it? And we learned early on, like, you have to be, you know, competitive. You have to work really hard because there's thousands of bands trying to do what you're doing. So I think we learned early on that you have to give it your all and you know, not really take breaks. So we're just always really tired.
You kicked off the set with Life of the Party, and I love that song. You guys like that song?
Thank you. Thank you.
Alex, I watched the video, and for some reason I feel sad. I see you singing it. Am I supposed to feel that way?
There's
You're supposed to feel something.
There's a lot of feels on this new album. It's definitely a little bit darker. You know, I think we wanted to explore some themes that we hadn't really explored before. I think in the past, a lot of our music has always been very optimistic, uplifting, and kind of this time around we sort of wanted to explore the other side of the world that we live in and the things that we deal with, and the fact that it is a roller coaster. You know, growing up, doing this straight out of high school, we were kind of thrown into, you know, a lot of craziness, a lot of crazy situations, and we've come of age in that. And it's, you know, it's not all ups. There are downs as well, and we wanted to talk about that.
Ryan, do you ever get a nervous stomach ache, like, holy crap, is anyone gonna know the words to the new songs? And then it always comes to fruition, though.
Every single time we play them, yeah. Yeah, this record's been really cool. I remember the first time we played Dirty Laundry was in London, and... Oh, you're there? Or you just like London?
Shout out London.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But yeah, and of course you never know. Like you love the music and you've lived with it for like a year at that point. But they've just heard it, and it was probably the loudest song of the night. And yeah, I think every time we play a new song, we're just like looking at each other like, do they know it? And so far it's been
Especially with like Good Times, because that song was I think written like almost 2 years ago. So like we've been listening to it for like 2 years, and just weird now to hear people sing it, but it's pretty awesome.
What I notice, and maybe I'm completely insane, which I am, but the amount of different people that worked on each track, it wasn't like, all right, we're gonna have this producer, he's gonna meet with us for 2 months and we're done. There's a variety of great people. Was that something that happened organically, or what was the plan going into making the record? Any one of you guys can take this.
I think the biggest thing with it was that it was written with so many friends. We just, it was very kind of unofficial the way this record happened. It was super organic. I would go into a room with Jack and a few of our buddies who produce, and out of nowhere we'd have this amazing track, and it started to shape the sound of the entire album. And from there we kind of decided that we've done this a lot. This is our 7th album. I feel like we know how to make an all-time low record. It didn't feel like we necessarily needed one big name to kind of rein it all in. It felt like it was happening naturally. So then beyond that, it was really just about continuing to collaborate with our friends and keeping that amazing positive energy rolling throughout the whole experience.
Is it easier to be open to other people's suggestions as the career has gone along, or more difficult?
Bit of both. Because I think every now and then, we have our identity. We know what we want to sound like. We have these big ideas of where the songs are going to go and where things are going to take us. And then, sometimes people line up and see eye to eye with that, and other times they don't. But I think what's great now is that no matter who we're working with, we know who we are. And I think that always helps keep us on the right path.
You have such great fans. I am with one of them. Step up a little bit, because I want to get your face on camera. What is your name?
Maddie.
And where are you from?
Whittier.
Whittier. Okay, Cruising Whittier is how I ended my afternoon. Do you know that song?
No.
Okay, good.
perfect.
Goodbye. I'm going to hand you the mic, and just know that everybody is watching.
Good luck.
It's fine.
Okay. So, Alex, you said one of your favorite songs off the last record was Drugs and Candy. What are the rest of your guys' favorite songs and why?
That's a good question. It really changes when you start playing new songs live. I would have said Drugs and Candy was not one of my all-time favorites. I mean, I love every song on the record, but when we started playing it live and started, getting that energy, it definitely jumped to the top of the list. But not to steal Alex's answer, so I'm gonna go with Life of the Party and Afterglow, I think, for me. Yeah, but they're all hits,
Terrific. I will say Life of the Party. I mean, I always loved that song. When it was in a demo phase, it sounded kind of completely different. And watching it come to life and become, pun intended, but watching it come to life and watching it become what it is live, it's become a really special song to me personally.
Nice.
Good answer.
For me, it used to be Life of the Party, and
But now I hate it.
Now I hate it.
Now it's Seven Nation Army. Wrong band.
But oddly enough, I watch a lot of SportsCenter, and so Afterglow has been on SportsCenter a lot, and it's been growing on me, and I can't wait to play it actually. So right now, that's my new song, my favorite.
Zach, your favorite sport teams are who?
Nope.
What?
The Ravens and the Orioles.
Ravens and Orioles. All right. I am with Haley, who trekked here. She took a train, a bus, and she walked in 90-degree heat. Are you ready?
Yes.
You're a
Go
hero.
for it.
Where are you from?
Downtown LA.
Oh, Seattle.
So you guys with Future Hearts, the symbol, I thought that it represented Future Hearts. And so I have two kind of questions. Did you guys plan to make it like the clubs or spade, whatever it is, on this album? And are you planning on like following suit, pun intended, with the rest of the album?
Yeah. Round of applause for that pun.
Yeah.
Pun's going on today.
You know what? That was actually something that just happened naturally as we were writing the new record. We felt like it had this kind of, the Young Renegades. We kind of came up with this little posse, this gang for us to develop the new record around, and it just kind of suddenly took on this like 70s, 80s biker thing. And we were like, oh, patches, awesome. They need a gang sign, like they need a symbol to like tie the family together. And so we sort of flipped the heart, and it just
It was
felt,
kind of this moment that you did it, and we were like, oh.
yeah, it just
It was
It just
so
felt,
weird.
it felt like it would still be really identifiable and iconic, and kind of also we knew that this was a different record, and we were kind of turning the music on itself, so it felt like that.
All right, I have another question about Tegan and Sarah, who were on the new record. And all my questions are all about what's going on now because I'm so curious. So, how do you know Tegan and Sarah? Do you text them? Do they live in your building? Are they your neighbor? How did this all come about?
Spoiler alert, we do not know them. We do not know them.
And they do not text back. So
No, I'm a massive fan. We're just big fans of Tegan and Sarah. I have been for a long time, and I think what I love about them is that they have a very similar kind of trajectory that we've had. They've been together for a long time, putting out music, and it's taken all kinds of twists and turns, and it's been amazing to see them develop over time. And so I really love how dedicated they are to their music, to their fan base, and the fact that they also have a great message. I think that's really important. And so when we came up with that song, we had written it as a duet. We knew we wanted to have someone guest sing on it, and we knew it was a female vocal part. But we didn't quite know who, and then it just kind of, the song sort of took shape, and the album was taking shape, and it had that vibe of sort of what they do. It felt like it was geared towards them, and so we took a shot in the dark. We reached out, we sent them the song, and they were into it, luckily, so it was great.
I love that track, by the way.
Thank
It's
you.
a hint of an 80s thing. Yeah, so good. All right, what is your name, ma'am?
Heather.
Hi, Heather. How are you?
We know you.
Hi. Yeah.
Oh, no.
A lot.
We need someone in a
Hey.
yellow jacket to remove her.
yes.
She's safe.
How many times have you seen the band?
Today is my 42nd show.
Nice!
42.
That's
All
literally more shows than I've
She
been
lives.
to.
She lives in my basement.
Talk to me when it's 100.
Traveling. I mean, I'm just going a little crazy this week.
That's all right. I think, and I said it, I don't know if the guys heard, I get so excited when I see fans of a band know every word to the new songs, know every word to the last one, go to the shows, try to win, get in, and I love you for that, by the way.
I was actually a radio winner in Color 20.
Good for you. Nice.
Hey.
Okay, your voice is hoarse. It's better than all of ours right now, so ask your question.
I don't know. So kind of to bounce off the first question, I'm going to go towards the set list, how you guys choose it, because I do love the set list for this tour. And what is your favorite song you guys are playing since we're a couple shows in? And the crowd reaction, what is your favorite crowd reaction?
Nice.
That's great.
I've just been fired from my gig because that was so good.
Setlist creation has become
Hostile.
hostile. No.
Yeah.
We have 7 full-length records, so to pick, you can't even just pick 4 or 5 songs from each. It's too many songs, so it becomes a weird blend of what we know the fans want versus what we really want to play versus what everyone wants, and it's just there's staples, so you put in your staples and then you kind of just sprinkle the other ones around it. I think is
You find the right flavors. I mean, I think one of the things that's been really interesting with this new record out is because it's a little bit of a different record, it's been getting everything to sit nicely in the set and creating a flow. So what I really love is how the set feels like it's got all these moods and these ups and downs, which is something that I think as a band we haven't had as much of in the past. So it feels really good with the new songs, integrating those into the set with the old ones. Favorite song live though?
Mine's by far Life for the Party.
There you go.
Yeah.
I really love playing Drugs and Candy. That was a song that I always loved it on the record, but when we started playing it live, it really kind of took on a new life for me. So
I got to catch some of it in the back last night. And
Say
see the crowd.
it again.
I got to catch some of the show in the back and see the crowd reaction,
Yeah.
like jumping up and down and all going crazy, so it was cool.
Yeah.
I'm still a weightless guy.
I feel like he could just say one. You could say the one word. and
Zach's such a stud, he can just be like, you say anything, and I was like, woo! So hot! So damn hot!
You just
Kinda
need
like you,
like
Stryker.
you
Right.
need
When
a
you
pair of
talk.
sunglasses. You just like the one word answer man. You just lift the pull the sunglasses down. Weightless.
Can we get some sunglasses, please?
Jack, you said the first time you heard yourselves on the radio, you were at Crescent Heights and Sunset. You had Pinch's Tacos.
Yes.
What time of day was that, and did you really call your mom?
1:40 p.m. and I eat a late lunch,
Right.
but no, I did call my mom. And I was like, we were on the radio, and like my parents live in the Middle East. They like live really far away. They're very disconnected from what I do. Like,
Is that why you tweet those things you tweet?
yeah,
They can't
no.
see
If my
them?
mom had Twitter, I would not be in the family anymore.
Right.
But no, I call her and like it's just so funny because like she's proud but like doesn't really understand what I do, I feel like. And so I was like, Mom, like we're on the radio, like blah blah, and like all she cares about is my health. I'm like, Mom, you know my health is terrible, get over it. But yeah, no, the first time I heard Weightless was on KROQ and that was very special.
Nice. On that note, you guys have put in so much time. You had a show last night. You played this today. You're playing tomorrow. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks so much for having us, man.
Thank you.
I'm going to say it again. Congratulations on everything you have built. This business is not easy. It's amazing when a band can make one record, but to do 7 full lengths, tour the world, be better than ever. Man, good job, you guys.
Thanks, Ted.
Thanks for being here. They're all-time low.